they wasn't doing nothing, or see Big when he was just getting his start, or you know what I'm saying, Redman, or whoever else that you know, Jay-Z when he was young. We saw a lot of people come up out the streets in Brooklyn and up through Manhattan at the offices and all them labels that it inspired us to be who we are right now. You know, as far as the music and everything, that's what led to the films and everything else. First film we did was my brother directed a film called Cold Feet. We shot that, and like I said, up in Manhattan, and it's a beautiful thing because it led to my job. I worked at MTV for a while, did some work with Global Grind for a grip. Then, you know what I'm saying, to go on and build all that I'm doing right now is like I said again, it's just a legacy of all that I've done. So it's been a beautiful ride.
Ooh. Long ride, and it's not done yet. I can pretty much guarantee you that.
No, we on the grind, man. I mean, really, the thing right now is to build that future so that we can always have vehicles to create and put out what we want to see, and not just what everybody else wants to see. We want to be able to, you know, put some stuff out there that's really in tune with who we are. And when I say we, I'm talking about hip hop. And I'm saying hip hop, I'm not talking about the Ping Pong Boys, the tight pant wearing joints. I'm talking about,
oh,
you know
no.
what I'm saying? So hip hop from the hood, straight up music and stuff that our people grew up on, that we kind of morphed into something that's unrecognizable these days. And you know what I'm saying? We all got our moments, I guess, where we kind of kick it on a real mellow plane, and that, you know, everybody's mellow in the hood, but we got to a place where we show stuff and we talk about stuff in music that it's not art anymore. Now it's just vulgarity for the sake of vulgarity. It's not really, you know, putting anything in it. It's nothing being fed to people anymore. Music is just being, you know, as a backdrop to nonsense. So I like the fact that we have a platform to get that hip hop 30 and older thing popping. I like the fact that there's a lot of renaissance of the young groups that are seeing it the same way. It's a lot of 17 to 30-year-olds that are dipping back into the 90s to get their inspiration, and they building some beautiful new things for the younger generations behind us. So it's nice to see hip hop evolve, you know, beyond just being the vulgarity and people just getting, you know, ignorant with it. I like the fact that people are actually putting out work and really trying to put together, you know, something intelligent.
It has many different avenues these days. A lot of it is good. A lot of it is bad. It's to the point where the industry has just gone in all different kinds of directions. But lately you see more of the young folks doing certain. They're in their swag, if you can figure out what the heck that is. Certain times. Do you think? I was about to ask, do you think somewhere along the way people forgot what the energy was supposed to be? Do you think it evolved and devolved in certain areas? What do you think about the certain types of music that's out there now, and the people and the rappers and the artists and the groups that are out here now? What do you think of where things are as opposed to where they used to be?
I think you got two sides to the coin. I think you got the trendy stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's not always bad. I always equate music to a plate of food. And what I mean by that is that, look, I don't want to have a plate full of starch. I don't want to have a plate full of meat, and I don't want to have a plate full of vegetables. I like to have, you know, three-course meals. And so there's a place for lighthearted music. There's a place for politically based or you know, knowledge-based music. And then there's a place for the kind of music that's kind of in between. That, you know, it all holds a place in hip hop. So I don't have a problem with evolution. I have a problem when you try to give me a plate full of sugar. I don't want that. What I want is to have a balance to my meal so I can really enjoy it. And I think that's what I think is missing from hip hop is the balance. It's not so much that I mean, you can have the Bobby Shmurda, but you can have the Kendrick Lamar, you can have a lot of other artists that bring so many different things to the table and create a balance. I just feel like the radio sometimes doesn't really listen to the balance. What they do is they say, what's trendy, what's hot. Let's see how fast we can burn a record out. You know what I mean? And I think that what's missing from music, I'm not going to just say hip-hop, but I posted something recently in regards to how we used to open up a record, you smell the vinyl, you hear the crackle, you're looking at the liner notes. Music was an experience. It wasn't something that you just got downloaded, played it for 2 weeks, and didn't want to hear it no more. We had songs that would last a year sometimes because it had such a organic thing that could touch your soul that when you heard a song you loved, man, you was like married to that song for a minute. You played that song, till whenever, and people loved it. It was a different thing because it was more art-based. And I think that you still have artists out there. You still have a lot of people who are really serious about making good music and putting in that quality time and shit. They don't get necessarily the same exposure as as the other artists, unfortunately. So I mean, you got good, you got bad, you got in between. I just hope that for the future that people get back to the craft, that people take a little more time to create, so that the music actually has more weight to it and that it lasts a little longer. Then, like I said, we get the Nicki Minaj, Beyonce joint, so that blows up and everybody listens to it for 2 weeks, and then you get, the Bobby Shmurda joint, so that's hot, so we're going to kick that for like another 2 weeks. And it's like, it's not enough substance to the music that makes it last past, a month or so. It's like, that music is just in and out.
I hear you. I definitely do. We're gonna go into your movie a little bit. Anything But Love.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna see if I can't get the story correct, cause I did see it. It was hot to death. It's a nice little it's an independent joint that at this very moment you could check it out on Vimeo. That's Vimeo.com. How did this get started, and how long did it take you? Take me through the process of this movie that a lot of this romantic comedy called Anything But Love. You guys can check it out. Tell me about Anything But Love, how that got started, how it came to be.
I mean, I do, and I do for the benefit of the audience, because I know you already know how long it took me, because I think I started talking to y'all about Anything But Love in 2012, and creating Anything But Love was, of course, it was a work of passion, man. I mean, before Think Like a Man even came out, the first one, or any of those other films that came out that year that was like The Best Man and all of that stuff, Holiday or whatever, I had already put together this film as far as the script and everything else. And, like anything else, if you want to get a movie made nowadays, you don't have money, you pretty much can call it quits. And so we did a blood, sweat, and tears film, and what I mean by that is that we literally did everything we could do to get this film made. I mean, literally sitting with artists and actors and whoever else that I could convince to believe in the dream and buy in and actually support what we were doing. We all joined forces and created something that, to be honest with you, man, you've seen a product of people really giving their time, and people, Judy Blair and Zeus Campbell, these are very hard-working actors that are getting a thing on. I mean, Zeus got a weekly thing that's called Hump Day Romance, and I mean, he's out there filming all the time. Judy Blair, she moved to Atlanta. She's out there. She's doing movies with everybody right now. I mean, she's getting her hands dirty, working it out. Crystal Gardner, she up pictures in Times Square. It was up in the big-ass billboard in Times Square from her things with modeling and the work that she's doing. All of the people that I was blessed to be around and meet and work with really gave everything they could to the project. So God X and Buddy White from Intro and all sorts of people that just came together like, Jay, what can we do? How can we help you? So it was a beautiful thing to have all these people give their time. A lot of them give their time for no compensation, just to say, look, we love what you're doing. We know what you're trying to do. We love the script. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And Jennifer Tucker and Lamont Tucker, who was a cousin of mine who worked with me on the film, who passed away during the production. There's like so many people that we dealt with that really gave all of who they were. You know what I mean? Just to be there and just to support us through that whole project. So the film was definitely a passion project. And I'll be honest with you, we got a new one that we're getting ready to do in next year called Nobody Moves. And it's going to be so crazy. It's going to be like 10 times the movie that Anything But Love was. But Anything But Love is that catalyst that allowed me to build on something. And as we have something that now, we're going to do some crazy, the stuff that you got to still do. Like I said, I could talk big, but it'd be a waste of time. It's going to really be some stuff that's completely out of the park of what you think of movies. We're just doing some very, very different stuff. And we're creating new ways to look at movies. The next one is, like I said, it's called Nobody Moves, and it's a murder comedy. That's not a genre. We're making that genre. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like the way you would look at a murder mystery, where it's a comedy throughout it. And it's going to be shot in 3 separate short films that are going to all have the same ending. Okay. So there's going to be some different stuff where these 3 women actually all think they murdered the same guy. Nobody knows who really did it. Everybody's confessing to the crime, and nobody knows until the end who actually killed the person, even the people who think they killed him.
All right.
Okay. So we're doing some things that's, like I said, unheard of, very different. It's just to build and put new energy out there and open up doors for new black productions, and not just black productions, but just urban people who understand the whole hip hop vibe, and just the whole thing that we built hip hop on was basically on creation and knowledge and doing some brand new things, as opposed to just, I guess, doing the same thing that's going on in movies. I don't want to keep doing the same films you've seen 10 times. I want to put some new films out there so that we can grow, and then that energy will prompt somebody else to create a film that might be better, and then I got to be better than that film. So we just keep topping each other so we all elevate. And that's what this is all about. It's about building that elevation and getting out of the same old of, like, really opening up new avenues and opening up new doors for people, so that those new doors can be opened up for people that I can't even touch, that, other people will touch, and that we can actually, grow our legacy through that. So that's what the building is all about.
All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and, because we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna go back into the film in a minute. We're gonna pretty much deal with the plot. We're gonna talk about the characters. We would advise you guys to look on Vimeo. Check out Anything But Love. You guys will get a chance to watch this after the show. We want you to stay put. We got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna get these tracks in here, and I was blessed to get a couple of tracks. This one we're gonna start off with this track called "Back in Town." Apropos, cause I'm back in town and Jay's back in town. Tell us about this track before we get into it.
Oh man, look, these are what we call the law tracks, the bonus tracks. I mean, like I said, 40 Stories is coming. We got the music coming, but this is all of the good stuff that Jay Billion y'all might have missed out on, because we didn't put it on the last album. Stuff that made it past the album or whatever. And it's Back in Town, like one of my favorite joints out of that collection of songs. So, with no further ado, like I said, man, just enjoy the music.
Hookhead Radio. You guys can join in the conversation by going to Spreaker.com. You guys can check out Twitter, Hookhead General, or you can hit me up on Facebook, Roy Sevens. We're gonna play this track 347-441-4040. This is Hookhead Radio. Intro guy, give us something.
Urban, mainstream, and independent music and current events. This is Hookhead Radio.
Drop the